Hello everybody and welcome to another Tomb Tuesday. It is September 27th. This is update number 55. So let's get started. Starts out by saying that we're nearing the end of Q3. Q3 ends on September 30th, so that'll be the last day of Q3. Q4 starts on October 1st. It says that Bitcoin remains range-bound and the overall market continues its bottoming process, which he said in the past takes a very long time. So we continue to focus on being the safe place to earn stable yields during these volatile periods. The market can stay irrational longer than people expect, so patience and risk management are key during this time. Now, despite the overall market conditions, we continue to hold the fort, the axe to the grindstone, and build out the products that will help shape the future of DeFi. There are so many pieces to the ecosystem that are being built, and the Tomb and Life communities are growing every day. So there is the opening monologue. From there, we go into the timelines, and let's get straight into the updates, starting with Tomb. Now, Tomb brings so many opportunities to earn yield, and not only with crypto tokens, but with stable assets as well. So within the last few weeks, now that a few of the pieces of the puzzle are in play, which is the Mortuary, the Mausoleum, and just the other week was the Life Genesis Q4. So now there's Cemetery V2, Mortuary, Mausoleum, and Life Genesis Q4. Now, Life Genesis Q4 and Cemetery V2, you can take a look at as well as the regular tomb.com, but also v3.tomb. If you want to see the Mortuary and the Mausoleum, as of right now, you're going to v3.tomb.com. All of the things that you can get into just on tomb.com alone. We didn't even talk about Life just yet. But here's what we just talked about. Cemetery V2, Mortuary, Mausoleum, Genesis, which this is the Q4, and then Masonry, which is where you stake that's your boardroom, right? That's where you stake your T-share. And when everything is back up and the ratios are where they need to be, that is how you will expand the Tomb supply. All right, in other Tomb-related news, DeFi Llama is now tracking the volume for Tomb Swap on their site, and you can take a look at that over at DeFi Llama's website, so DeFiLlama.com. Chain Fountain, we'll put the link for that in the description of the video. Moving on to Life updates. The opportunities to generate yield and utilize the Tomb Life ecosystem tokens and assets does not stop at Tomb, because we do have Life.com. Life.com lives on Tomb Chain, which is the L2 that we built, powered by Phantom. So on there you have the garden, the terrace, the greenhouse, and the nursery, all of which can be accessed through Life.com. Now, if you need to bridge assets or move assets over from Phantom to Tomb Chain, you can use that on the Life.com bridge. Let's take a look at this right here. All right, so here you can see the garden, the terrace, the greenhouse, the nursery, and then Fountain of Life coming soon. A little bit more on that in just a minute. And here we are with the Fountain of Life. Now, the Fountain of Life will be ready soon. We're going through the audit process with Hacken, and we'll provide updates as they become available. In the meantime, here's a preview of the Fountain of Life. The numbers below for the ratios are just examples, and they will change as it gets closer to launch. So don't pay too much attention to that. This is just a screenshot of the working, beta version so that they can get everything together and do all the tests that they need to get. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so clearly a mock-up over here, APR 888.88, 88.888, 88888. You get the drift, right? All right, so anyway, you'll be looking at Life, so swap, liquidity, farm, terrace, greenhouse, and then Fountain, right? So looking at Fountain over here, and then on the left-hand side, you can see right here, there are two different things that need to be met, right? Two conditions that need to be met in order for the epoch to print. So this is very interesting. We don't know if this is set in stone. He did already say that don't pay attention to any of these numbers. They will change as we get closer to launch. And of course, we will keep you up to date on all these videos and with the Tomb Tuesdays and Discord and Telegram and the whole bit. But you can just see the window on the left over here. Top dialog box over here would be what you have staked, what you have earned, your claim option over here, stake, unstake, and then how much you want to stake of your current assets. So that's really cool to get a preview of the Fountain of Life. Finally, that is awesome to see it. Moving on, we have something called LIF3 Vaults. This is brand new, so let's take a look at this. Single staking of Tomb, Life, and other assets will come shortly after the Fountain of Life is launched. And we have a graphic to take a look at right now. All right, so here we can see the cycle of life. So you have some assets over here on the left, starting with Life. Life going into the garden. So you create a Life Swap LP token and stake it in the garden on Life to earn L share rewards. Then you take that L share, you're going to take the L share and you're going to deposit it into the Fountain of Life, which we just talked about, right? So Fountain of Life tokens in the Fountain of Life will earn you Life token rewards, right? And when all the conditions are met, so you print. So now you have Life. You take that Life, you're going to bring it into the LIF3 Vaults. This is new, very interesting. Stake your Life tokens in our vaults to earn some type of reward. Take some type of reward, do something with it, something else happens, and all of a sudden you're back in the garden. So there's a lot of questions here, and this is really cool because now that they previewed the Fountain of Life, right, and then we move into what's next, right? What's next after the Fountain of Life? At the Fountain of Life, that's kind of the bookend. Now you have a full and complete protocol, right? Start to finish, starting from the swap, going into the garden, the terrace, you have the nursery, right? The greenhouse, you have all of these opportunities, and then you finish it up with your boardroom, which in this case will be the Fountain of Life. Now, what else can you do? What other features can you add? And these vaults seem to be the next big thing. So that's really, really, really cool. Very exciting stuff. Obviously, we will keep you up to date. It says right here that you won't see any of this right until after the Fountain of Life is launched. So that's in the audit process right now. There is no timetable on that. So it'll be ready when it's ready, and when it's ready, this will come shortly after, which is great. All right, moving on. Tomb chain stats. So 20,000 transactions a day, almost 21,000. 20,845. You're up to 397,000 transactions, 2,651 wallets. So wallets are growing, really great. Transactions just sitting below 400,000 at the time of print. I mean, it's pretty amazing, and almost double the transactions per day from what we've seen in the last Tomb Tuesday. So really great stuff. Tomb Chain is churning along. Everything is moving. It's humming. Everything is going according to plan, which is fantastic because, again, that is your chain that life lives on. L3 updates. So the variable collateralized stable is paving the way for the future expansion of DeFi. We have a lot being developed for our L3USD stable asset, and we have seen a lot of growth so far, which is very encouraging. We are once again seeing one of our L3USD pools on curve in the number one position. Here we can see the number one pool, L3USD, which is the L3F USDT and USDC. And then the second pool, so it's sitting at number 6, which is L3USD DAI and USDC. So you're seeing volume right here, 643,000, 40,000 over here. TVL at 413 and TVL up top at 3.9 million. So really good growth so far for L3. I believe we're only... we're under 50 days for sure of L3USD being launched. You're in like the 42, 43 day zone. So pretty amazing stuff. Goes on to say that phase 2 of the L3USD rollout for lending and borrowing is also on the horizon. We expect the preview to be ready sometime in Q4. So I know that we've brought that up in the past, but we have to get all the way through phase 1. And once we have enough capital there, enough TVL for L3, then we can start to open up the door for phase 2, and phase 2 is the lending and borrowing. All right, moving on. MetaMask mobile browser. So The mobile browser for MetaMask is actually a really incredible tool for anybody that's on the go or anybody that just prefers to use their phone, whether it's Android or iOS. This is the option for you to get onto these sites in a very easy way, right? So you're already connected through your MetaMask. Go click on the browser. Once you're in the browser, you can go to L3USD. And it's being built in a way with these users in mind. It's very easy. It's very simple. Every button is where you expect it to be. Everything is very quick. Transactions go through without a hitch. So there is a video that we made. It's available on YouTube. You can go right here and you can click on this link to take you right there. There'll also be a description in this video, but you can also find it on Telegram and Discord, the whole bit. And it takes you through, it's about 60 seconds. And it takes you through actually getting on L3USD through the MetaMask mobile browser, making a transaction, and you're less than a minute, you're done, you're out, and you're yield farming, which is just bananas when you think about it. So check it out. Take a look at L3USD.com on the MetaMask mobile browser. While you're there, you can also do life.com and v3.tomb.com. And as always, your feedback's appreciated. So hit up Telegram, hit up Discord, let one of the mods know if you have any issues, if there's something you really like, is there something you want added, whatever the case may be. All that feedback helps. These products are being built for you, for the user in mind, so that it's as easy as possible to use and it's convenient. So just let somebody know if you have any feedback, and then we'll take it from there. All right. So moving on here, we have FELIX.com updates. FELIX continues to work behind the scenes in an effort to bring its users the best DeFi to CeFi trading experience with one of the best VIP trading discounts available. FELIX is one of the best exchanges at the moment if you follow a DCA strategy. Now, this is very important. When you're in a downward market, you're not sure where the bottom is, and you say, okay, now I want to get into a DCA strategy, which stands for dollar cost average for those that don't know. And it just means you're really setting up reoccurring purchases. Maybe you buy once a week. Maybe you buy once a day. Maybe you buy once an hour if you're a lunatic. Whatever the case may be, the DCA strategy, if you do it on FELIX, is actually very good. If you hold Tomb, you got really good VIP discounts, trading fee discounts. This allows you to make your purchases, use all your limit orders, do that repeated, whether you do it, again, once a day, once every 2 days, every other day, every third day, every fifth day, whatever, every second Friday of the month, whatever the case may be, you're able to do it right there and actually save money while you're doing it. That situation, you're looking to accumulate. And if you're looking to accumulate, there's no better way to do it at the moment than FELIX. So it's important for people to understand, if you are a DCA strategy and you hold Tomb, this is probably your best bet for you. And you could do that again. We're building these things so that it's convenient for everybody. You could do that right on your phone. So right here, you can get to the iOS or the Android version of FELIX. Get right there and make it happen. Also, depositing FTM stables. Again, this is something that literally can't be done anywhere else. But make sure you can have your USDC, right, or your FUSDT in your FTM wallet, and then you're going to take that, you're going to go to FELIX.com, and from there you can actually deposit it right on the Phantom blockchain, which is really, really, really great. So your Phantom assets from your Phantom wallet right onto FELIX. And then once you're on FELIX and you're in your stable, your USDC or whatever it is, convert it back to your standard version USDC or USDT, and then start trading. So it's really awesome that is an option there, and that's available on FELIX. All right, airdrops for Fannie and T-Bone incoming. This week, we continue the Life in Crypto comic series with the genesis of Yay Rolled Part 3. We are in a holding pattern at the moment regarding the airdrops because, again, right, we talk about the Life protocol needs to be done and complete and everything out and ready, and then they can focus some time on the airdrops. With the Fountain of Life in the audit process through Hacken, you're in a holding pattern, right? It's out of our hands. There is nothing that we can do at the moment until they come back and they finish their audit. And then anything that needs to be changed is changed and everything's buttoned up and is ready to rock and roll. All right, so I will bring this on the screen and then you can take a look at it, pause it, do whatever it is you need to do. And this is the Genesis of Yerold Part 3. All right, and then we wrap it up with the future is bright. We talk about the checklist that is on here. This is a repeated picture that is evolving though, right? It's a repeated checklist, but it's always evolving. So some of these things will go green, hopefully shortly. Some of these things will go green a little bit later, but talk about lending platform, DeFi derivatives we talked about, LifeChain Layer 1, Life Mobile Wallet, Game of Life. So we're looking at that for the Fountain, Launchpad, Fountain only, Fanny and T-Bone, airdrops, the whole bit. All right, but that will wrap it up for this week's Tomb Tuesday. As always, we keep calm, we tomb on, and we enjoy life.